house.
My name is Susan Kish. I work for Bloomberg, and for Bloomberg I build networks across the company, and I help us understand either new innovations or new efficiencies that working together can identify. When I left UBS and I started my own company, it was unbelievably hard to find money for my startup, the lawyers, the designers, the tech support. And so I started to realize that actually the skill base I had, which I didn't know I had, which was to build a network to be effective, you could apply that in the outside world. So I developed a business where effectively I'd go to the city of Zurich or the company of Syngenta and I'd say, you're really interested, Syngenta, in learning about bioenergy, for example. I'll build with you, a network of people involved in bioenergy. But I want to do it my way, which means it's going to be scientists and entrepreneurs and regulators and NGOs and people who represent consumers. And so you understand the full sort of system of it. Because through that diversity, you'll build a more robust network, but you'll also gain insight you wouldn't otherwise. In a world where there is so much data and so much information, the value of curation goes up. Now I think it does mean that it's a different role than it used to play. I don't think media will look the same, but I think the instincts about what makes for great stories and the instincts for how to curate, how to pick those data, I think that will only increase. Now you can ask if traditional media will always play that role. Or will it be other players? Will it be, bloggers or whatever? And my bet is it will be probably a bit of both. Sandbox is already very robust. The core of the people who are involved in it have the right combination of interests, right? They see a benefit from being a member of Sandbox. Sandbox delivers a benefit. Sandbox gives them a trusted, comfortable, easy way to connect. And Sandbox gives them a reason to connect. If you don't have all those things, the networks tend to die, right? And so I think that Sandbox has the potential to grow and to continue. So I think Sandbox could change the world. I think it can be there. But I think it has to accept the fact that it will look different in 10 years than it does today. What is interesting or specific about, I think, our time is that I think we understand networks a lot better, and we have communications and social network technology. And those three things are different. That's what I think is different. The conflict between the people who want to keep things as they are and the people who want to change, that's eternal. But the tools with which those different groups can work together, or will work within their own little worlds, that's different. And the question is going to be, how different is that? I think what we're going to see is that magic combination of understanding networks, technology, and communications, and reducing the cost of all that, means we will overestimate its short-term impact and underestimate its long-term impact. And I don't think anybody has an idea of how it's going to look in 100 years. When I got out of college, being an entrepreneur wasn't even a choice. I mean, who did that? Yeah, Bill Gates did it, but gee whiz, it wasn't. And now it's different. Now when you talk to people as they graduate from college, they see that as an option, and I think that's wonderful. So I guess my message would be to work hard and don't assume it's just going to come easy, not to give up hope, and to try things. And keep on trying. I've always felt that resilience is an underrated quality, because you don't succeed the first time, and you often don't succeed the second or third time. But it doesn't mean you failed. It just means you learned what didn't work. And that's really hard to learn sometimes. And so there's some magical combination of resilience and passion and hope and reality that when you put those together, can get you a long way.